guys, it's Khadijah Muhammad here, and you, we, us, we're all back for another video. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. If you are new to the channel, go pause this video, subscribe right down below. Also hit that notification bell so you can always stay alerted for my newest uploads. I'm going to try to start filming more often for you guys, just so y'all can really get to know me and understand my little world here on YouTube, okay? So if you're interested in this video, just stay tuned. So I've already primed my face. It's the Anti-Wrinkle Miracle Worker Primer. So I'm just working that into my face, as you can see. I'm just going to try this. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out. So first, I'm going to go in with my Pro Concealer. And I'm going to go ahead and put that bad boy. I'm just going to color correct on my face. Well, not color. Yeah, I'm just going to spot correct on my face because my breakouts and scars have been so bad. And I don't typically pick my face, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, my brows aren't done. So I will be doing that on camera today because a couple people were wondering where my eyebrow video is, and I wanted to go in and do a full look for you guys, and I'm just gonna incorporate it, and then I will do a separate video still on how I achieve my brows. So I'm gonna let that sit as I do my eyebrows. But you guys, I have been wanting to talk to you guys, just sit down, do my makeup. We're getting ready, and we're gonna just have, like, you know, a little chit chat, a little girl chat about some things. So let's get right into this. And okay, so this is like a mug that I bought, and this is like a mug for my makeup brushes, and it's like literally super convenient because it's a huge mug. And like I drank out of it like one time, but I was like, girl, this is absolutely obnoxious. So I decided to make up my makeup brush, and it says, "The mind is everything what you think you become." And if you know me, you know that I am so into that manifestation and prayer and action behind it. So honey, this is all me in a mug. And then on the other side, super freaking cute. So let's just look for this eyebrow brush. Okay, now let's get into it. Alright guys, so I just wanted to talk to you all about something that, you know, quarantine has had me thinking about a lot. So ladies, first of all, how are y'all doing? And if you haven't asked yourself that today, just stop and just think, okay, how am I doing? Think about yourself first. So let's just pause. Okay, bet. So I hope if you have thought about how you are doing, I hope you are doing well. If you're not doing well, I wish you well. I wish you absolute the best energy. I am sending love and vibrations your way. I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope your day will get better. Today we're talking about friendships and just how you can figure out if you do have healthy friendships, and if you don't have healthy friendships, or if you're not really sure what those healthy friendships look like, you're gonna find that out here. So let's talk about it. So guys, I know that for me, I am the type of person where I thrive around my friends. I feel like my friends, they're amazing, you know. They are the type of people who, when you see them, I feel like it's like seeing a reflection of me. Like, I take value in who I call my friends because I know that in my eyes, they're unlike any other person, right? And so I care about my friends because I think that how they are, you know, the fact that they're go-getters and the fact that they're aspiring entrepreneurs, if they're not already entrepreneurs, like, they are the bomb.com. And So in having friendships, I understand that. Sorry guys, I'm like literally, because you know how like when you're doing your eyebrows and you can't concentrate? Let me just do my brows and then let's get into the rest of it. The NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade for my eyebrows, if y'all are wondering. Sorry guys, my brows are everything to me. If the brows don't look good, honey, the face not gonna look that good, okay? So remember that. Boom! Them is looking fire. They're looking really fire. Okay, so guys, I would just want to stress to you guys that y'all need to find people who share your common interests. You need to find people who, oh crap. You need to find people who genuinely want to move how you want to move. Because, and I'm saying this not even just in a way that they need to be all about what you're about. Like, they don't need to, you know, like, they don't necessarily have to wear makeup. They don't necessarily have to, like cookies and cream. You know, just different stuff like that. They don't need to like the nitty gritty things that you necessarily like. But from a mental standpoint, they need to want to understand life in some form of capacity, how you understand life. Because that is just going to help further y'all's friendship, and it's going to help further y'all as individuals to show you, okay, you know, if you make a certain shift that maybe isn't aligned with like your core beliefs, then they'll be able to bring you back and be like, dude, no, this is what we want, you know, this is what we're supposed to be focusing on. So for instance, I have a good amount of older friends. Like, I've always had older friends in my life since moving to Tennessee. And like, having those older friends, like, they literally have always set the tone for how I saw things. So I was like, oh, she's doing this, I guess in the next year or two I'm gonna have to start doing this, you know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, okay, like, she's on her steps, like, let me go ahead and start this, like, let me go ahead and jump when she jumps. Because that's just like the ripple effect, and that just shows you, you know how you need to learn and kind of like the path of where you want to be going. And I know some people are probably like, oh, that's copying. No, that is not copying. I have been inspired, and I am taking that inspiration, I am running with it, you know what I'm saying? And if it's somebody who's your friend, they're not even gonna think that you're copying them or that you're just, you know, trying to do what they're doing. They're gonna be like, girl, yes, come on, like, let's go, you know, let's go get a job, let's go get this bag, let's do whatever we need to do, you know, like. So even in college specifically, like, and if I'm all over the place, I'm sorry, but in college specifically, I remember, you know, in some of my semesters, there was times when I was not prioritizing studying. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'll be like, all right, so I'm about to go to this $2 Tuesday. I'm about to go here, you know what I'm saying? And then class, I mean, I'm still gonna see class, but like, of course, I'm not going to be paying attention to the full extent of learning that I would have if I would have just stayed my butt inside and studied. You know, like, I would just not be on my grind the same, because I would be so focused on what A, B, C, and D is doing and who they doing it with and what, like, just what I was just always trying to keep up in the mix. And that's how I knew that was not my path. And so throughout the years in college, like, I realized what my path was. I was like, girl, we're graduating, you know, we're getting to this degree, like, we're switching it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're actually, like, we're making history out here, you know? So I was just, I don't know, I just went through different phases when I was really lost. And there would be times when I needed to genuinely, you know, be pulled back. I needed to be reeled back in. And of course, you know, like I have parents, and I was able to talk to my parents. Luckily, like I have like a very open relationship with my parents. Like I just tell, like if I do some crazy stuff, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna end up telling my parents, like, look, not even gonna lie to you guys, this is what happened. And I can't believe this is what happened. And they'll be like, Khadijah, oh my God, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, dude, like, it was crazy, you know? And they don't, obviously, they don't condone it, but they're kind of just like, okay, so what are you going to do next time? How are you going to fix it, you know? So, in realizing that, I just understood, like, okay, I'm going to need to find people who are on my wave. I need to, you know, start talking more to people who can challenge me, who want to see me do better. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I am going to seriously sit here and I am going to figure out who I want to be and who I want to do this thing called life with. I'm going to go in with my matte and poreless. Yeah, I decided, you know what? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pray to God, number one, because there was a point in my life when I had felt literally so alone in college, and I felt like I didn't have any friends. And not necessarily saying that in every phase in your life you just, you know, you need people, but in understanding that really healthy, like, mentality for you. And if you already feel, you know, down, isolation doesn't necessarily always help, you know what I'm saying? And that's different from isolation causes elevation, because sometimes you can be ready for the mindset like, you know what, I just need to separate myself, I just need to, you know, figure things out and blah blah blah, right? But if you're actually just feeling down about yourself and you haven't even gotten to the point where you're saying, you know what, like, I want to do better, and you're just feeling down, isolation is not going to help. It's just going to, you know, bring you back down into those sorrows, and, you know, really feeling bad for yourself and feeling like you're just alone and no one else understands. Like, you're just going to take yourself to a point when you're not going to even be happy being alone. You know what I'm saying? So, and really, like, sitting and praying to God and, like, you know, just trying to, like, show myself that I needed to be more involved, and that I needed to you know, find people with a genuine common interest as me. I was able to, thank God, like, find friends. And honestly I feel like we found each other. It kind of just happened, but I was able to spark a really good relationship with people, and, you know, develop relationships I had already had from high school with people that I genuinely considered my friends, and we had already experienced so many great things together. They were able to reciprocate the type of you know, genuine love and compassion and just energy into me that I was already, you know, so willing to give to someone else. And so in being friends with these people, I started to understand more about the concept of, you know, patience, and which is something I struggle with, not gonna lie. I don't know why, but I'm such like a busy, like, I want it now. And sometimes I can't just pause and be like, all right, you know what? Relax, chill, take a chill pill. I'm not really good at the chill pill stuff. I'm working on it still. But those people, they were really, like, patient with me, and they just showed me, like, no, dude, like, it's cool, like, you know. And also, like, it's fine to make mistakes, like how I said earlier. Like, sometimes I really beat myself up about, like, you know, what I have to do, and, like, on a certain time frame that I have to do it. But they're like, no, like, it's cool, like, you're doing okay, you know. But also, maybe let's go study, like, let's stay in, let's not always go out so much, you know, like, just certain things. But we were able to really grow, like, a genuine type of friendship. And that would have not been possible if I were still, you know, out doing things and just, like, being in crowds that I didn't belong. But like I said, I did have a time period when I was like, you know what, and I have these time periods all the time, but I'm like, let me just stop, pause, and figure out how I can elevate or how I can change this, or you know. So I knew that I had to make certain sacrifices that, you know, obviously not the average college student or, you know, high school student, whoever wants to make. But I was like, dude, like, this isn't working anymore. And so throughout the years, I saw that, you know, sometimes I did have like those falling out with people, friendships, or I, you know, started like involving myself with you know, certain people who I didn't necessarily need to be around. And when I saw that, I wanted to act on it quick and really like be like, no, like, you know, we need to fix this. Like, we can't keep doing this to ourselves. Sorry guys, my camera freaking cut off. Oh, I asked myself this, you guys, because I just know that sometimes like I'm tripping. Like sometimes I'm like, girl, you're really doing a lot. Like, you don't need to surround yourself with people right now, because you have the issue. Like, they're really just minding their business and you over here disturbing all the peace. So I just decided, like, sometimes, like, knowing me, I have to take a chill pill. And if you don't know that about yourself, if you don't understand, recognize that, okay, I need to take a chill pill. I don't really need to be talking to people right now. Like, I just need to do what I need to do, and I need to effectively communicate, guys, I need some time, you know, or whatever it is. Then you're just gonna, like, you're always gonna have that issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't actually try to figure out, like, why am I feeling down, or why am I feeling upset? Now, on the other hand, let's talk about if it's not you, if you're not the problem. Now, I know this is gonna be like, girl, what? But honestly, sometimes you're not the problem, sis. Sometimes you have given your absolute best. You have done all your friendship duties. You have been the golden star, champ, winner, whatever. And sometimes it's them. Sometimes it's really them. And I'm gonna tell you how I know. Sometimes you just need to realize that, you know what, I'm the prize. I'm the prize, and y'all not finna play with me like this. Like, y'all not about to make me feel like I have this major issue and that they're not seeing it. Now, if this person, whoever you're not agreeing with, you know, whoever you're experiencing difficulties with, is not like trying to hear you after, maybe, you know, you have a talk with them and say like, look, we're not seeing eye to eye. Like, we're not, like, this isn't fun for me anymore. But sometimes you need to sit and evaluate who you've missed, you know, and who you genuinely feel like, dang, like, you know, I want this person in my life, or I don't want this person in my life, or they've added to my happiness. So, and trying to evaluate that, you want to evaluate how you feel after leaving this person. And honestly, in friendships, like, you're not supposed to feel bad, and the friendship is not supposed to be hard. I think sometimes that's the misconception in being friends with people. I think that can be the misconception in being friends with people, because the friendship isn't necessarily supposed to be hard. It's supposed to feel light. It's supposed to feel airy. Like, you're supposed to, you know, be excited to see whoever this person is, you know what I'm saying? This is pretty. I like this. It should feel effortless. Like, you should have a boost of energy leaving that person. Like, you should always know that, okay, like, this wasn't any type of tough decision, you know? And I don't know if I'm explaining this well and saying that the friendship is supposed to be easy, but it's supposed to feel natural. Like, you know, when you go, like, when you see somebody and you're just like, dude, like, what the heck, like, hey, like, what's up, you know, and you're just kicking it, y'all just having a great time, like, you know, in that moment in friendship when you're just literally, like, y'all are having the best time ever, and the next thing you know, it's nighttime. You're like, dude, we was only here for, like, you look at your watch, you're like, dang, we was here for like 4 hours, 6 hours, we didn't even realize we've just been talking this whole time. Like, Friendship is supposed to be that type of relationship when you're on the phone for hours or you're doing whatever for hours and it just feels like you were only there for like 30 minutes, you know, because it was just so effortless. Everything was just flowing so much. Y'all just have the best conversations. Y'all just understand one another. Like, y'all are, you know, sometimes you're into the same thing. Sometimes, you know, like, y'all have the same style, whatever it is. So in finding those friendships, you're figuring out, like, what makes you feel most comfortable around this person, and like just feel understanding, like, okay, like I can trust this person, you know, they do care to get to know me, like they do care to, you know, be in my life. Because at the end of the day, I know some people, like, they don't really necessarily have that many friends, which is fine. I don't think that you need a lot of friends to, you know, have a good time in life or be like feel important, all that stuff. Like, no, like however many friends you have is just enough, because in each one of those friendships you're seriously able to just like, you're just able to appreciate that person and they're able to appreciate you. Like in the friendships or whatever, like I really just like to figure out like a couple things. So one of the things I like to figure out, like, am I pouring into this person, you know? And by saying pouring into this person, I'm saying, like, are the things that, like, I'm talking to them about, or that they're talking to me, or that they're talking to me about, like, is that kind of taking where we were and, like, trying to figure out how we can really dive into being, like, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that girl. And sometimes friendships, they don't need to be as complicated and dramatic as y'all see on TV, but your friendships, they feel like they start to feel like family, because, you know, you're able to grow with that person and you're able to be like, dang bro, like, or girl or whoever, like, we really did that, like we really turned something, you know, that first conversation, that first awkward encounter that you have with that person, and we turned this into something amazing. Like we really shook this, like we really did that. I'm gonna go with some more concealer because, honey, I need a new concealer, but I just want it to look more together. But you're just gonna be super proud of, you know, everything that's become of your friendship and how both of you guys have grown, because you kept up with the accountability and you kept up with just, like, you know, those talks throughout those time periods, and having those conversations, like, you realize the type of person, like, that you are and type of person that your friend is, because you're like, okay, what does my friend need from me? Like, do they need somebody who comes around like every so often? Do they need that ongoing, like, support? Like, do I need that ongoing support? Like, how is the relationship with them? How is it going on? Like, what's happening? Does it work? Is it getting better? Like, has it changed? Like, has there been any growth? Like, you're gonna truly be able to evaluate you and them. And so guys, I just, like I said, I stress to you that y'all just, you know, take that time to just really get to know who you are alone and get to know who your friends are, you know, and pay attention to the things that they tell you. Because some, like, your friends, sometimes, you know, they do just be saying stuff to say stuff. A lot of times when people talk, they want to be heard. They want people to understand, like, that they matter, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure if that's your friend, like, you understand that they're an important person in the world. I mean, that's how you should view your friends. You should view them like a person who's capable of all things. Like, that's just the type of love and support that you have to have, because if not, then why else do you have them as your friend? Like, what is the point of it, you know? So I just pray that you guys, like, you know, I hope that you guys just really take the time to decide who is worth having in your life, and if they, you know, if they matter to you or not, and if you matter to them, and if you have to have those tough conversations with that person and say, hey, like, I don't know if we're seeing eye to eye, or, you know, whatever. Like, sometimes you have to have those conversations with people because they don't always like understand that, okay, dude, like, you know, maybe this needs to be fixed. Because sometimes, like, in friendships, like, you might see a problem, but they might not even realize, because simply you haven't communicated that to them. Like, I understand that communication is very effective, and the only way that, as people, that we can fix ourselves is if somebody is saying, like, hey, dude, like, you have this issue, like, you really need to try to fix this. You might just need to evaluate, like, okay, like, maybe this person doesn't realize, like, that this is an issue for me. Maybe they don't know that this is how they are making me feel, or that, you know, maybe they don't realize their full potential. Because sometimes I do feel like you can really help somebody by just, you know, by just opening up. Oh my god. Dad! Yeah, I'm trying to just finish.
Okay,
I'm almost done. But you're just loud, really loud.
You look like a geisha.
Okay.
It's a Japanese person. A Japanese lady. And Lil Kim mixed together. Is that funny?
Oh god, I just got it on my freaking eyeshadow, dude. It's fine, I'll brush it away. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Let's just say, you know, you're not completely happy in the friendships that you have going on. Like, you know, whatever. How do you shift? How do we unlock a new friendship? How do we go about unlocking a new friendship? Crap, I have a fuzzy on my nose. I'm not saying I have a million friends, but I'm saying that I really appreciate the friends in my life. And, you know, I've shot my friendship shot 1 or 2 times, you know what I'm saying? And so, I know shooting your friendship shot seems scary because there's always that moment. Oh my god, there's like a thing on my nose. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Literally, you know, everybody has an Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, I don't know what world you're living in. Not saying you need an Instagram, but I'm just saying everybody is on the internet. And so I always be like, let me hit her up on Instagram. Let me like her picture, or let me respond to her story, and let's just see if she wants to hang out. Like, I like coffee, she likes coffee, you know? Just trying to find that common interest makes it so easy to start up a friendship. And I mean, I only have one friendship, I think. Yeah, I've only had one friendship that started through social media. And we had met in person, but I shot my friendship shot through social media, if that makes sense. Or did she shoot her? I don't remember, because we've been friends for so long. Guys, I'm using my Eyelore London lashes. They're literally so pretty. And I got these the other day when I went on my Target run. And if you haven't seen my vlog, go check it out. I just did my quarantine vlog or whatever. So yeah, go check that out right now. But just, you have to find a common interest. Like, you have to find out what you guys both like. I had to do my eyeliner off camera because it was just like a hot mess. Like, everything was going super haywire. But I'm going to trying to figure out what color I want to put under my eyes. Guys, I'm blending out my nose, and I'm like really trying, because I feel like my nose contour has been so weak in the past. I'm not even gonna lie. And so I'm trying to take this tip from Jackie Eyeliner where she says blend it up into your brow. That gives it like a more natural effect. So I'm gonna try that this time. And then I was watching this girl Destiny, and she says to draw a line straight down, and I want to see if that kind of, you know, gives it that more effect. NYX Buttergloss. Mango butter. Now lastly, we are going to use my blush. I don't know what brand this is. I literally don't. Oh, this is NYX. And hit the cheeks. Oh shit. Sorry, I had to take a break from like talking about the friendship because everything was going haywire with my makeup, so I needed to get it under control. But thank you guys so much for staying tuned in, and I hope you guys have a blessed day and try some of these things out we talked about in the video, and let me know what's happening in y'all's world, okay? But thank you guys so much for staying tuned in with me. I appreciate you all so much, and I just hope y'all guys have the best day.